Hi, my name's Haley New, and this is my response to the Bacchae. The first thing I found very interesting was that Pentheus, although he denounces Dionysus as a god, kind of acts like a god himself. Comparing him to gods of today, where they're seen as very high and holy and pure, he kind of acts like that, trying to save his people from immoral behavior, whereas Dionysus is the exact opposite. And I think that ties really well into the values. Pentheus' values, obviously, is good moral behavior and structure and organization. He even says in his first monologue, "I'll put a stop right now to this dirty business." And you can see that he thinks of himself as an enforcer and someone who should stop bad behavior. Whereas Dionysus, he values drinking and dancing and honoring the gods in this way. And Tiresias says the best thing to do is honor the gods by joining in the festival on page 10. And you can see how these conflict really well. Now, a few confusing terms I had was that I knew the word initiations, but I didn't really know the context they were using it in. Apparently, initiation is the core part of Dionysus' worship, and it's something that most of the followers do to participate in this religion. The next thing was Thyrsus. It's the staff held by Dionysus, and it's normally topped with a pine cone and covered in leaves. And I thought these were really helpful to see the rituals and the worship that Dionysus' followers would do, and it gave good insight to his whole religion. The next thing was the issue of diversity. Overall, I believe that women are viewed very poorly. On page 30, lines 763 to 764, the second messenger is talking about the battle versus the men and women. And he says, "Women over men, only a god could do that." So you can see that he views them as so inferior that only a god could help them win. Pentheus sees them as property as well. He refers to them as slaves many times, and he even says, "The source of so much trouble to us is women." However, Tiresias points out on page 12, lines 317 and 318, "A woman who is virtuous will not be corrupted," and that shows that women have a mind of their own and they can choose if they wanted to follow Dionysus or stay at home. And it really shows in that women in Greece were saw as incompetent and only used for small tasks or reproduction. Now, the fifth thing was that Elvis was the cover of the play. And I think this is great because Elvis and Dionysus compare really well. Elvis had this new culture of rock and roll, and he was known for his music and his dancing and persuading women because he was very attractive. And Dionysus is seen the same way. He's the god of music and dancing, and also he has this radical religion that the authority figure, Pentheus, hates, and he wants him to stop persuading women and things like that. And to conclude, I'd like to leave you guys with a few questions. My first question is, would you consider Dionysus the antagonist? My second question is, do you think women's ability to leave civilization and follow Dionysus was a sign of strength, or was it to show that they were easily persuaded and weak? Thank you for watching.